the best description that I can give of freedom can be broken down to self-unguided, choiceless awareness. Self-unguided, choiceless awareness. There's no voice in my head telling me right or wrong, left or right. The lights are on, the doorway is clearly visible, and I never think about putting my head through the wall. You just go through. This body has learned everything it needs to be able to thrive, to trust itself with zero, to land anywhere, the seed blown by the wind, and being present, being alert, recognizing the abundance that's around you, puts you in a state that somebody has described as pronoia, which is the suspicion that the universe is out to help you, the sneaking suspicion that existence is there to support you, and
suspicion or knowing.
For me, it's become a clear knowing. It's become a clear knowing because I've challenged it. I've put myself in situations where the only thing that I've done is just make sure that I am as present, alert, clear, relaxed, energized as possible, and just whatever comes, it's up to me to make the best of it. And that includes making mistakes, of course. So,
that's right.
And that includes freedom from money, company, loving friends, family, society, culture, anything and everything. Just being able to just sit alone with nothing and be relaxed, alert, and be able to enjoy the moment and be open to whatever surprise comes. It's living a life of insecurity. It's enjoying. It's looking for challenging situations that allow you to challenge your capacity to thrive. It's a game. It's a big game. It's a big dance, and there's nothing that I enjoy more than not knowing what is coming next. Just simply knowing that I'm prepared, and that if something's missing, I am capable of finding a way, gathering the resources, and do or die trying.
I like that, being fully capable for whatever comes next.
That's right, which includes recognizing that I'm missing something,
yeah,
and then Googling it or finding someone who knows what they're doing and saying, "Hey, how do you do that?" Or what's this worth? Or what can I do with this?
So ready, which means even to grow, right?
Ready to grow, which includes being in a state of continuous growth in all territories of life. And that's the freedom from all of that. But then there's also the freedom for all of that, which is the freedom for putting yourself in a box if you need to, the freedom for engaging, entering the matrix, the freedom for love, freedom for partnership, the freedom for all the challenges that come along.
If needed or desired.
If needed or desired, or just presented, if existence presents it to you, just go with it.
Yeah.
And
there's also, sorry.
Yep.
Must be this feeling of, you mentioned abundance, but you've got to feel limitless, which is the opposite of being limited and constrained.
Yes.
Unconstrained, limitless.
Unconstrained, including by my thoughts, my fears, my desires, my own conditionings, by other people's thoughts and desires, is being able to put all of that down and just be existence, to be the universe, to be an agent, a manifestation of life, of consciousness, of the universe, of existence, and just enjoy each moment that comes along. Make the best out of each moment that comes along.
Something that's coming up for me is that there is this connection and sense of oneness here. Do you feel connected to What's the right word? It's not God.
Existence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you feel connected to existence here?
There's no sense of disconnection.
Yeah.
Ever. It's not that I feel connected, it's that there's no possibility of feeling disconnected.
But you feel connected.
No.
Right.
You have freedom from even having to feel connected. You just are connected.
Thank you.
You are connected. You
connected.
simply are connected because you are not disconnected.
And what's the right word? Connected to what?
Krishnamurti put it, stated it the same way.
Rafael to put it.
Well, I have to give credit to the person, but it works the same way. It's the observer is the observed. Everything you're seeing is just you.
So you are connected to everything.
Everything, because you are everything. You're never separate from everything.
That's good.
Where can you go where you are not part of everything? And you are not everything. We are everything. We are all of existence.
Connected to everything, and you are everything.
You are everything, and you are a fractal of everything that can be aware. You are the fractal of everything that can be aware that you are everything.
I got it.
Eyes open in the morning. Even before the eyes open, light comes in, warmth comes in. Eyes open, the sunrise is witnessed. The sounds, the crickets, the birds, the monkeys, the bed, the feeling, her soft breathing, in the room next door. Things just open and connect.
Open.
There's just an opening. The flower opens.
Flowering.
There's a flowering. And
where's love in all this? How would you articulate love? How would you describe love?
we don't. There's no description or articulation for love. It's what's felt, what's experienced from a state of no mind. State of no mind, and there's an opening, and that only happens in a secure and safe environment. In a dangerous environment, then the energy doesn't. There's no energy there. That area is closed, and then there's an energy to respond.
And would it be correct to say you feel like you are home?
Everywhere is home. You're always home. You're never not home.
Everywhere is home.
Yeah, you're always
you know
home.
What I'm pointing to.
Yes. But everything feels like home. Everywhere you are, wherever you are, is home. Your home. It's your planet. It's your universe. You are the universe. You are the planet.
But I'm talking about it feels like
it feels it. Well, you just
know it.
You know it. Yes, you're comfortable wherever you are, even in uncomfortable situations or walking down the street. It's you. It's your home. I remember I would travel around and I would be in a national park somewhere in Tibet or Nepal and I'd find a piece of trash and I'd pick it up and people would ask me, "Why are you picking up this trash?" I'm like, "Because it's my planet." Or I would tell someone, "Hey, don't pollute. What are you doing? This is my country. I can do whatever you want." Maybe so, but your country is in my planet. My planet trumps your country. Pick it up, or do I have to pick it up for you? Like, what are you doing? You're polluting my planet. I take ownership of this entire planet, and you're it up. I don't allow you to do that. They don't know what to say, right? It's like,
back away from the crazy man. Pick up the litter.
The trash, just move away. There is a knowing that you just know it. There's a feeling and a knowing, and then there's all this creative energy. There's a capacity to effortlessly create.
That's gold.
Capacity to effortlessly create, and you can't do that when you are imprisoned or necessity is the mother of invention. Yes. That's in survival situations. Yeah, of course, in survival situations, necessity is the mother of invention.
So capacity
to effortlessly create.
I love that.
Effortlessly create abundance, and it just flows through you. And there's an aesthetic sensitivity, an order, a gentle, subtle sense of aesthetics and grace and softness.
It's awareness.
An awareness of it, yeah.
Like an acute awareness or just an amplified awareness or a...
There's a growing sensory acuity for the little details that make the difference.
It's called an awareness.
There's a growing sense of awareness that there's a saying, the devil is in the details. And it's not complete.
So when we said, would be correct to say for the awareness for the beauty that's everywhere?
There is a beauty everywhere, yes. It's sort of, and
Or
beauty,
is it more like you're appreciating beauty more? And
well, beauty is a great example, because what exactly happens with beauty? What is going on? What is your process that allows you to see something or experience something and later say, this is beautiful?
You need something that's not beautiful to provide contrast.
You can have something that's not beautiful, but isn't it true that in that moment that there is no mind and you're not there and you're just at one with the flower?
That's where we are.
Right? But it's that moments of beauty give you a taste. If you can recognize the moments that you experience beauty, that's almost like the gateway, the entrance. It's the sign that you're going in the direction of everything is beautiful.
Awareness for the beauty everywhere.
For the beauty everywhere. And that includes necessarily having an awareness for the disruption and the pollution and the trash that's around. And you have to be sensitive to it, and it will make you feel ill. And you have to be okay with it making you feel ill. You have to witness yourself enjoying the beauty and being attracted by the beauty and being repulsed by the sickness, by the disease, by the ugly. You feel that, and and you don't get attached to it. It inspires you to do something about it. All the pollution, all the trash, all the junk are great sources of inspiration for creating. There's so much pollution and so much junk that it just creates. It's the driving force for the effortless need to just get up and make the world a better place.
Do you judge the pollution?
No, it's there. It's there. It has to be there.
In that moment where it repulses you, do you judge it?
There can be a mental construct saying, this is repulsive. I hate it. And then you recognize it and you go, yes, this is the position of a mind. A healthy mind would find this hateable. But you don't live in your mind. This is what the radar is saying. This is hateable. And so what are you going to do about it? Because there's energy that can be trapped there. Okay. And then the body will say, this is repulsive. It'll want to move away from it. And depending on the situation, maybe you need to move away from it.
And that won't change. That need to move away from it.
No, that won't change. And sometimes
judgment could come in from the mind.
Yes. Yeah. But judgments are necessary. You see, there's something about being non-judgmental that's it's not clear in the definition.
Okay.
Final judgments are a death sentence. But be able to assess and to have a judgment in the moment that can change as things changes is a necessary component. Being able to doubt, being able to hate, being able to judge is a necessary. They're necessary. They're tools, necessary tools, or they're indicators. They're warning lights, right? You're running out of fuel, right? I'm hating something. Wow, I'm hating something. Wow, cool. Something to hate. What do I hate about it? As opposed to, I shouldn't be hating, or I shouldn't be making a judgment. Yes, I'm going to make a judgment right here. This is hateable, as for what it is, and then you can step away and then see if there's anything that you can do about it. But you don't have to. You don't stay in that state. You don't get stuck in that state. That's freedom 4. Freedom from mind is one end. You sit in a little cave. You're never exposed again, and as long as somebody feeds you, you're okay. Freedom 4 mind means you have to be able to go out there, and hate has to come up, prejudice has to come up, guilt has to come up, shame has to come up as a physiological response to what is happening in the moment. How else would you know? You can't go around saying everything is beautiful and we all love each other and everything is compassion and just let the world rot. And nothing gets done about it because we all pretend that we're being very compassionate and that we must accept everything the way it is.
I like that perspective. It's good.
Jesus says, if somebody slaps, turn the other cheek. I say somebody slaps you, consider punching them back. Like, there's no, maybe turn the cheek once. If they go for a second one, knock them out. It's all part of the experience. So you cannot, I don't even make a judgment on judgments.
See how I'm projecting my understanding of what oneness is.
Yes, that's why it's very dangerous and tricky to talk about it. Yeah. And you'll notice that we're very, very hesitant to say certain things.
Didn't mean to try and trick you, but I thought I needed to ask the question because that was my understanding
is no. Here's the real freedom. This body has full range to be loving, compassionate, caring,
Yeah, you just said it.
destroying, destructive. Just
You just said
that's
full
freedom.
range
Dynamic range
to-
of being
to love,
and to hate.
care, hate,
Destroy.
and destroy.
Absolutely, with full conscious awareness and understanding.
With
of what
full
you're-
conscious
with full
awareness.
conscious awareness and acceptance of what you're doing, what has to be done in the moment. Yeah, this is the contribution of Zen, because you're a full range being. Otherwise, if you can only be loving and compassionate, then you are not free. You are following somebody
What do
else's.
you mean you're not free? You
Yeah.
don't have enough papadum. What's
Yeah,
wrong with you?
well, see, here's the biggest thing is that we've been
Make
taught.
free. Oh, I'm free now.
We've been conditioned that a master, an enlightened master, a mystic, a wise being is someone who fits into certain categories and certain descriptions, and you must be like a Buddha or like a Christ, and you're not. You can't be. You can only be like a Tom. I can only be like a Raphael. This can only be like a John. This can only be like.
You know that.
That's right, and which means that everything that comes with you is part of the package.
There's
Full
more.
dynamic range.
There's more here. The full dynamic range, yes, you have that. You need to have that. So you can choose to love, care, hate, destroy with full conscious awareness of what you're doing.
You don't even choose. It happens or it doesn't happen.
That's what I'm pointing to next.
Right. Either there's love happening or there's hate happening.
Yeah.
I can't stop myself from loving you or hating you.
Give me a second.
Yep.
This comes
No,
from...
I can't stop myself
Would
from
you stop
responding.
it? This comes from a... It's not even a choice. It comes from the intuitive intelligence of the whole mind, body, heart is actually providing that response.
That's right.
You with me?
Yes,
See
it knows
how
what to do.
I'm tying this all together.
Yes,
Right?
that's right. The intelligence, the experience, the experiences you've had, what you've learned along the way, and there's no choice to be had. There's no choice in your response to any situation. It's just allowed. And sometimes you're shocked at what comes out of your mouth or how your body responds.
Exactly. That's the point.
Because
I'm
it's
trying
not
to
what you
point to that.
expected.
That's what I'm trying to point to.
Yeah.
It's driven by the intelligence of your mind, your body,
Your
and
being.
your being.
And
Should we say the being?
of the being, yeah. The intelligence of
being.
the being,
And I'll
of
put in brackets mind, heart, body.
mind, heart, brain.
Yeah?
Yep.
The signal is intuition. Am I right there?
The signal? What do you mean by
You're
signal?
just saying it's an automatic response. That was your intuition. You feel what to do.
You
You with me?
the
When that
entire
guy punched you, right?
Yeah.
You felt to turn around and say, that's not very friendly.
that's right.
That
And
just came out in the
that
moment.
came out by itself, and
So
I
do we
wondered
call
if my
that-
hands were going to strike, and they didn't.
And they didn't.
And they didn't. And I was
Exactly.
like,
And you
okay.
let your body decide,
The body decides.
right? So is that intuition or just...
That's intuition.
That's what I'm pointing
That's
to.
intuition,
Right?
yeah.
So the signal is intuition.
The signal, the response, the full, whatever's happening is the intuition. It's spontaneous intuition.
Thank you.
And it's self-unguided, and there's no choice because it's an awareness and an understanding and acceptance of the situation, which shows you that this is the doorway that you're going through, and you're not trying to change that. You just jump through the doorway.
Full awareness, fully present.
And that has to be learned for each territory.
Like that.
You don't have freedom to do things you haven't practiced and made mistakes in. You have to learn how to tune your capacity
Relationships,
to relationships you have to
fighting,
practice.
whatever.
Yes, whatever it is. Money, business, family. Let's add something to that.
Yeah, sure.
Because in order for us to both be free as an engaged, as a merger, as merged beings, we have to create a structure, which is a sort of box. So to be able to fly across the skies, you put yourself in a box, but it's a very cleverly, intelligently engineered box. It's a conscious box. Understand? That's how you get across. This is a box too. This computer. It's a very intelligently, consciously created box. So you
want to mention the box.
The ultimate freedom is freedom for the box.
Yeah.
It isn't even freedom from the box, and the ultimate freedom is actually being able to not even have to think about it in terms of freedom anymore, because it's really just choiceless awareness. So you just see it, and what else would you do? And each moment defines itself. The same situation 10 seconds later is not the same situation anymore. Something's changed.
choiceless awareness means that just the intelligence makes the decision.
The intelligence makes the decision that is beyond the intelligence of here. What this is for, what this mind intelligence, this brain intelligence is used for, is to create menus of options.
Yeah.
That are felt by the body to either open the heart opens or closes, and the body engages and opens or withdraws and contracts. And here is my how I create a menu of options. I make choices or decisions with this. It's not for that. It's the wrong, improper use of this tool. This tool is for generating as many options and possibilities as possible. And then they have to serve the entire being. They're not in charge. This does not tell the body what to do. It's not what other people say, but this mind does not tell the body what to do. This mind provides options for the body to go in this direction or that direction. But this is short-sighted. The intuition is multidimensional. So this can only say, well, from here I see this. And from here I see this, this, and this. These are options, but the intuition has a higher perspective. So it can choose something that may look like the wrong option for here. So my most intelligent option is to find all the options that feel right to this body. And this body knows that it's feeling right when the idea of doing it makes it just want to get up and dance. Okay, that's the direction we're going. So you dance your way in the direction that you want to go. We will have an idea and suddenly we both just start dancing. We're like, what's there not to do? How can you not do what makes you want to dance? See, some people don't sleep at night because they're tossing and turning in their bed. We're hopping and twirling on the dance floor. It's not a question of sleeping or not. It's a question of the quality of your experience. So being able to, when you suddenly find yourself, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're dancing naked or in your underwear in your living room, and there's no music, and you're just dancing, you just got up and danced, you know you're going in the right direction. How energized did you feel yesterday?
Oh, he's lost his mind.
The neighbors are like, there he goes again, that crazy
Damn
man.
right, we've lost our mind. That's exactly what's needed.
We've lost the mind, yeah. We're just not even including it. It's like, mind, get lost.
Yeah.
Let me dance.
Let me dance. Let
So
me dance.
literally in this zone, we actually have lost the mind.
We have lost the attachment and identification to mind. And you clear the mind. There is no mind. Because mind is content. And you can't allow yourself to be driven by the content in your mind because it's outdated. It's not in the now ever. Mind is always out of sync with time, with reality. It's never in the present. Just like a photograph is never, if I take a picture of you, even this video right now is not capturing, it's always a split second behind. Right? And mind is that. As soon as you see what that is, you're like, wow, this is a very useful tool. I can do selfies.
Yeah.
But I'm not the selfie. Right? It's a selfie of me. It's an image of. I'm not creating my reality. I'm manipulating the reality to thrive.
No, that's a better way.
And
I wanted to
manipulating.
capture that. It's good.
We're manipulating. I'm not creating reality. Of course, if I take some eggs and I mix them up and I do this and I put them in the oven and I bake a souffle, I have created a souffle. But that's, I didn't create any of the reality. I've just mixed and matched it, rearranged it, ordered it in some way.
That's good.
And if it's in balance with the actual flow of existential reality, it'll last a long time. Like somebody built the pyramids and they're big rocks piled on top of each other in the shape of a mountain. So they're going to last for millions of years. Like it's in alignment with reality. But if they decided to do it inverted, it wouldn't have lasted that long. Because it's not in alignment with gravity.
Yeah, I see another angle here where you don't actually make any decisions in this zone that aren't for the benefit of the human race of the planet.
No, you don't.
You know
Because anything that I do to hurt anybody else or the planet, I'm hurting myself. Because I am the universe. I am the planet.
I want to capture that. So you could almost say every action that you take, but every spontaneous action that you take,
yes,
is always aligned with the betterment of human consciousness and the planet, because you are
that's right.
all of that.
That's right.
Is that correct?
That is correct. And every reaction that you have is unconscious. And sometimes it's an alignment, but it's a coincidence. It's just worked out that way. You can take no credit for So you become an agent of change, and you become
That's what I'm getting.
a co-creator of how to arrange reality in a more beautiful way. You take the jungle and you turn it into a beautiful garden.
Yeah, so let's talk about that alchemy, right? You actually are able to, in this zone, transform
Chaos.
poison into honey.
Poison into honey, chaos into cosmos.
That's right.
It's an accidental, unconscious existence until someone is conscious. Because this was first described back in the days of the Buddha, which was the day he became enlightened, the entire universe became enlightened.
Did you say chaos into cosmos?
Yes. Yes, you participate in transforming chaos into cosmos.
It's good.
They go from being lucky accidents to creative
No,
design.
that makes me want to dance.
Existence has been accidental up until now, and then we can manipulate. We can co-create. The humanity from this point on could be creative design, co-creative, co-designed by all of us. We could be creating the foundations of how we're going to thrive. This planet could hold 500 million to 1 billion thriving, enlightened, mastered beings that are dancing and creating and having fun and making love and using all of the resources to the best of their capacity with a turnover. And this could happen until the sun goes out, or until whatever the next mass extinction is going to
Or
occur.
we could even then go do that on Mars.
And by that time, it's because we'd be organized and we wouldn't be wasting 80 to 90% of our resources on war, entertainment, and pollution. All of that could be towards going out and doing something more intelligent. We have the capacity for that. We're not functioning at more than a very small percentage of what we could be functioning. And it becomes self-evident. And you just can't do things that you don't go around poking your eyes out. You don't go around tying your shoelaces of your left shoe to your right shoe when you want to go out for a walk or go for a run. You just don't do it.
Literally, you can do no harm in the sun. Would that be correct? You can't poke your eye in the sun.
Not intentionally, in no way. You don't do harm. There's a simple in this zone, and it's nice to call it that way because in the other zone there's other rules at play. Here it's different, but in this zone, the only criteria for virtue is all that which is done with full awareness. Whatever it is, it's virtuous because it's being done with full awareness. And sin is everything that's being done unconsciously of this super consciousness.
Do no conscious harm.
You do no conscious harm. No, you wouldn't. Why would you?
That's what I'm pointing to.
That's right. That's right. That's why when we work with higher end people, we don't even need them to pay us so much or sign anything off. Like once you're awakened and free, just
takes care of itself.
go figure it out. You've got the resources. Go do it. Go do whatever you got to do. You want to join us? Great. You want to do it on your own? Fantastic. It makes no difference whatsoever. We'll have the freedom to engage in any way.
This is good.